I think they just assume it's too easy for somebody else to gain control of that institutional knowledge. Okay, that knowledge cannot be in somebody's head. It needs to be on paper. It needs to be documented, and that's probably the number one mistake. And even if it could be husband and wife. Husband, wife, let's say, running the business. She has a business, and she tells the husband, "Okay, if this happens, do this." But they don't take it far enough, because the point of doing the plan in the first place is something could happen to both of them. And so if it's that the successor trustee, the next person up, would that person know what you need to do? So part of it's really documenting what needs to be done in a fashion that can be passed on to whoever's in charge. Okay. Because again, it's one thing to tell your spouse or what to do next. It's another thing to pass on information to somebody who's again has probably a good chance they have no day-to-day interaction with you, don't know anything about your business, and that's really, I guess maybe that's the biggest mistake is not when you're coming up with this plan, assume the person who's taking over knows nothing about your business, and so that's why it's important that institutional knowledge that you have is documented for them, or at least they have the contact to somebody else who has that institutional knowledge, and they can take over, and that person can help them.